So it's Tuesday, October 11th. It's a beautiful day. I'm going somewhere. I'm not quite sure where yet. We have officially entered what is unofficially the off season. As in there's no real official boating seasons around here. There's just times when it's slower and people don't get out as much. I like to try to get out year-round. Not always successful because you don't always have the weather windows all the time. But today is one of those days that I do. I've got the weather, I've got the time, I've got a boat sitting at the dock. So, threw a few clothes in my bag, grabbed a few groceries at the store, and I was on my way. Still don't know where I'm going for sure. I'm just heading that direction. And I guess I'll know when I get there. As I made my way out the Guaymas Channel, I decided to check out a place I hadn't been for several years, James Island, a Washington State Marine Park. Although it's one of those places I've motored past for several years on the way to other destinations, James Island does hold a special place in my heart. As a kid, we spent many a weekends on that island, exploring the beaches and trails with family and friends. Off-season cruising in the Puget Sound can be fantastic, but it requires a little preparation. Make sure that you check a credible marine forecast and be prepared for weather to change. It also helps to have a reliable and efficient source of heat on board to help keep you warm, dry, and comfortable, because the reward is you may have an entire island to yourself. But I didn't have the island to myself for long, as soon the population of James Island exploded to 3, as I was joined at the dock by Mike and Karen and their little dog Millie. After a hiatus from boating for a few decades, Mike and Karen just purchased this boat a few months ago. So what's your boat called?
Okay, my boat is called Two Bears by the previous owner, and it will be renamed to the Pleiades, which is a constellation of 7 sisters and beautiful stars.
Very nice.
So I'm an astrophotographer in Tucson in the wintertime.
Okay.
So I take pictures of the stars.
Very nice.
I have telescopes, large telescopes.
I remember Cortez Island.
So we've been back and forth. Other things we considered were Papillon, which is kind of a dog we have, which is also kind of nice. I kind of like No Worries. But No Worries didn't make it either. Summer Place would have been the most apt thing we could say, but it's kind of.
I like Pleiades. That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can see that constellation with your naked eye.
Yeah.
It's a grouping of the beautiful, beautiful, very young blue hot stars. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So anyway, you're kind of re-entering boating.
Yes, we are.
After a hiatus.
Yes, yeah. And actually that re-entry occurred 2 years ago. When I picked up a used J24.
Yes.
Do you know the boat?
Yeah.
Okay, I used J24 in somebody's backyard. It had been sitting there for I don't know how long. Did a minimum refurbishment on it, not to make it perfect, but to make it good. And then I keep it in San Carlos, Mexico.
Oh, nice.
And so we raced two regattas there. And since it was my initial re-entry to boating, I named it Once Again.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. And before that, you were boating in the 70s.
In the 70s on sailboats. I had 4 sailboats, Catalina 22, Catalina 27, Cal T2, and then we raced to Hawaii in 76 on a Cal 33.
Vic Maui?
Vic Maui.
Yeah.
Vic Maui 76 on a Cal 33.
Wow.
Yeah, and we had a second and a third, 15 boat classes, and in 72, the previous owner won the thing with it. So Cal 33 is it's a great boat, period.
Wonderful
but it's a wonderful downwind boat.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just couldn't ask for
Yeah,
it
and then when we got back, we had another 5 years, and then other pressing demands kind of thing. We just kind of decided we had to hang that one up for a while. Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Welcome back to boating.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I thank you. We're kind of. It's not like we don't know anything about it, but things have changed a little bit, and mostly for the better.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah, we're fortunate. We've been able to do a lot of things with boats.
Yep. So it's fun to talk to people. I'm always interested in hearing where people go, what they do, and
Well, I'm glad you showed up today.
Yeah, me too. I'm
I'm too.
It's delightful to talk to you.
Yeah. It's a beautiful morning. As usual, I slept really well on the boat. I'm over here on the east side, sitting at a picnic table. Brought my coffee over to watch the activity on the strait and watch the sun come up. Although I was a little late to watch the actual sun rise. I'm reminded that you don't have to go very far to get away, nor for very long. And just this overnighter in the off season is just wonderful. Probably going to be heading back soon as there's some weather coming in. What is predicted to be maybe the biggest storm in our recent history is going to be happening this weekend. So it's probably a good time to get back to the slip. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for future content. Also, check out my website at www.mvjollymon.com.